Good evening, and welcome to Let's Talk with Lakshmee, a show about us, our people, our community, our culture, our experiences. And viewers, today we'll be interviewing two of the main actors from the upcoming film Pyar Mein Kyun. Well, viewers, I have a very special guest right here on set of the Let's Talk with Lakshmee TV show, and that is no other than Obaid Kadwani. Guys, I know you're sitting back there and you're like, Obaid? Wait a minute, isn't he from Namaste America? Well, yes, he is. He's not only from Namaste America, he's a great actor, a great MC, a model, voiceovers, you name it, he's doing it all. So, Obaid, how are you today?
Doing great, thank you. Thanks for having me on the show.
Well, I'm so excited to have you here. And you know, we're so used to seeing you Saturday mornings on Namaste America. But you know what? Now that we've got you up and close and personal, Obaid, tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you all know, I host Namaste America for a number of years, and you see me do different shows. And in addition to that, I've also done a lot of American stuff as well, including, as you mentioned, voiceovers for Mayor Bloomberg's re-election campaign.
Yes.
I've done TV serials. I've done a whole bunch of exciting and fun stuff, including stuff where I got to play a Middle Eastern rapper one time, so that was fun.
Okay.
I learned to rap for that one song.
Do you remember what that rap was?
No,
Okay.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not going to put you on the spot there. But Obaid, tell me a little bit about where you're from. You're from India, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I was born in Bombay, and I came here as a child, and I grew up in the Bronx.
Okay. So Bombay, Bronx.
Bronx.
Okay, two B's, BB in the house. I know you actually did some mainstream stuff as well. You did a commercial for Target.
Then a commercial for Target. I also did actually a show that was actually meant to help people learn English.
Okay.
And that's called Let's Go New York, I believe it was called. And that was a pretty fun show to do. So we was on that as well. And I've done actually magazine ads for pretty much every company you can think of, from Microsoft to HP to you name it, I've probably done it.
Now, did you study acting or modeling? How did you get involved in all of this?
Well, I wanted to be an actor since I was a child, and
Okay.
I did go to college for acting, and at the same time, to me, the biggest experience is to do it.
Okay.
So I began, and I just started trying to figure out how to do it, and I began in the print world, and my agents in the print and magazine world got me connected to voiceovers, and then they got me connected to my agents in the film industry. So it's kind of funny, but actually none of my agents have ever actually auditioned me, because I was always referred to them by a close friend who's also an agent.
Lucky.
So yeah, exactly. So now I've told my agents they can just watch my clips. I will never audition for them, because, you know, why take a chance?
Wow, very, very fortunate. Now, Obaid, what did you study in college?
I studied journalism. I was
Okay.
an award-winning journalist in NYU, New York University. I also studied anthropology, because I like to see the world from different people's eyes.
Okay.
And I also studied acting. Those three
Very,
things.
very well-rounded, I would say.
I try. Thank
Now,
you.
I read that when you graduated from college, straight out of college, you owned your own business, and you were raking in over $2 million in sales.
Sales. I wasn't raking in the $2 million.
In sales,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But even though you were making that much money, whatever that may have been, okay, I mean, the sales were $2 million, I heard you left everything for your love of acting.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, I actually began my first business before I left college.
Okay.
My job in college was in the travel industry, and when I got the opportunity to start my own business, I did, and I was very fortunate and blessed. I was able to make it into a corporate travel agency, which is why it became lucrative, and I was able to focus on spending most of my time acting and taking learning under very good teachers who also are very expensive. So,
Okay. I can imagine.
but you learn a lot with them, because you're doing one-on-one individual study.
Right.
And so to me, I was always taking the acting portion very seriously. It is something that satisfies my soul. It's something that it really helps me. You know, they say you do some things to feed the body and some to feed the soul. Acting fulfills my soul.
Fulfills your soul.
Yeah, and so that's how I kept on having the business and also acting and learning acting and studying it. And then eventually there comes a point where I started doing acting more and more in the business. I was there lesser and lesser. There finally came a point where I said, you know, it's time to just go all out.
Full-fledged.
full-fledged, and so gave up all the businesses, and because by the time I quit, I had several businesses, and I quit them all, and I ran into acting.
Now, your family, did they come from acting or did they come from business? I mean,
My
when
family.
did you know that you wanted to do this?
Well, when I was, I think, in fourth grade, I did this little skit in class where I was playing a lawyer, and so I went home and I told my dad, "Dad, I want to be a lawyer," and he was very happy. He said, "My son's going to be a lawyer, make tons of money, and make the family name proud." And then when I was 13, I realized that I enjoyed playing a lawyer. I hated being anything to do with law. So I said to my mom and dad, "Mom and Dad, no, I want to be an actor." And then they cried for 2 whole days. So,
I'm sure they're not crying now, though.
depends upon the day.
Okay.
Right now, they're pretty happy. But no, I'm kidding. Of course, they're very proud right now, and they're very supportive. But my family comes from good, hardworking, middle-class family. My mom was a teacher, which is why I respect teachers so much, for 26 years in India and in America. And my dad was to work for a lawyer. So, I mean, there was no acting background at all in our family. So I was the one that had to find the path and figure out how to make it work in a country that was new to us, America.
Awesome. Well, I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about your acting now. Pyar Mein Kyun,
Pyar Mein Kyun,
coming up shortly.
coming up very quickly.
First of all, what does Pyar Mein Kyun mean?
Pyar Mein Kyun means why in love.
Why in love?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's a romantic thriller. So it's the whole question about why is all this happening in love.
Now tell me about when you got this script and you first read the script. What was your reaction towards the script?
I actually first was pitched the concept by our writer and director, Hyder Bilgrami. I'd done a short film for him, and he was directing the short film.
Okay.
And he was very impressed with my acting in the short film, and he came up to me right after the shoot was done and said, "Listen, I want to pitch a story to you, and if you're interested, around you."
Okay.
And I said, "Okay," and the script was so amazing and so many twists and turns that I couldn't say no.
Now, Hyder said he wanted to write this script around you. Would you say your real life is similar to the character life?
No, thank God, no.
No, okay.
This is a romantic thriller. The character of Abhay Verma goes through a lot of twists and turns and all kinds of. If my life was that much, it'd be too much adrenaline. I'd be a nervous wreck.
Can you tell us a little bit about your character without giving the story away?
Absolutely. My character is a fashion photographer in the film, and he is lucky enough to find his true love, Sarah, and then they fall in love. And this is in the trailer, so I'm not giving anything away.
Okay.
And then once they fall in love, then the film starts to go into a complete roller coaster. There's twists and there's turns. People will be on the edge of their seat, and because they've already identified with us, with myself and with Khatra, who plays Sarah, they will be rooting for us, but they will not be sure who to root for, because I could be a killer. Khatra or Sarah could be psychotic.
Okay.
There could be a third party maybe, and so it's like not sure who to root for, what's going on, and they'll be on the edge of the seat the whole time.
Who would you root for if you were in the audience?
I think I would switch back and forth, because that's the beauty of the script, the way it's written and the way it's picturized. First you go, "Oh my God, he's so nice," and you go, "No, she's so nice," and you go, "Wait, they're both nice," and I would switch back and forth, definitely.
Now, this was filmed in New York City, right?
It was filmed in New York and New Jersey, all local, yeah.
All locally.
Yeah.
So there'll be a lot of scenic views that people
Very
right here
nice
in New York
views.
City would be familiar with.
Very familiar with, and also even the views in Jersey. We had so many locations in Jersey. I was amazed how many locations the director and the producers knew about in Jersey. I mean, there are locations that look like Miami and the Caribbean, and you just think this is all Jersey and New York.
Yeah, actually in the trailer, I believe it was Sarah, the character Sarah, it was a beach. And when I read that it was shot in New York City, I was like, that beach looked like a Caribbean beach.
Caribbean beach, and that's the beauty of the skill work of Hyder Bilgrami, because he will look at something and he will see a whole amazingly different, picturesque angle that you and I won't see. And so we're pretty lucky and pretty blessed to have the producers, RE Films, to have the director Hyder Bilgrami, the writer Hyder Bilgrami, to have also in the cast. I cannot say enough about Khatra Hakimi. I mean, she has an innate ability when the camera turns on to just let her instinctive nature come out. And it's just awesome working with her because she keeps you on your toes and she just inspires you to do better and she's a very giving actress. So we're very, very blessed to have her as well. And the same thing the rest of the cast, Sunny Chatra, Dina Zaifi, and I mean, just everybody that's involved, even a PR person, Sunevi, Nutam Kalamdani.
Yes.
Just very, very lucky.
Awesome.
And blessed.
Sounds like an awesome cast and crew. Would you say the best part of this movie was working with Katra?
The best part of the movie, from an acting point of view,
yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely was the best part because I've worked with a lot of people, including, you know, John Abraham in New York and Shahid Kapoor and Anushka Sharma, and they were all very nice. But in terms of the chemistry that we had on screen, and in terms of how much we supported and learned from each other, and formed a bond that goes beyond the film. It was an awesome experience, and I think it's very unique.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, Obaid, would you say there were any challenges with this film?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You know, anytime you do an independent film, I mean, any kind of film, a studio film, but definitely an independent film, you're working with a tight budget.
Okay.
And the producers were very ambitious. I mean, we have made a Bollywood film in America. This is a full Hindi film with English subtitles. But the production values, the acting caliber, everything, the directing caliber is all Bollywood standard. And so to make it here, completely here, locally here, it's quite an achievement in itself. And then to make a film that's not just a run-of-the-mill film. It has so many twists and turns, it has stunts, it has, I mean, from the trailer you can see how unique it is.
Yes.
And that's why we are urging all your viewers and everybody who hears this to come and support the film because it is unique, and without the support of the viewers, you know, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it, it can't make any noise.
Right.
So we definitely urge everyone to come and see the red carpet premiere, even the red carpet premiere. I mean, every step of the way.
September 25th.
September 25th. RE Films is just not leaving any stone unturned. It's a full-fledged red carpet premiere, guys. I mean, when you come there, you will see there'll be a lot of media there, and if you're buying a ticket, you can talk to the media. There's cast and crew. Everybody has to be dressed up. It's, you know, it's as dressed up as you'll be to go to the most ritzy wedding. And I know that all the Guyanese, all the Trinidadian, all the Indo-Caribbean people out there love to dress up. So we want to see you all in your best dresses. Men also super dressed up. It's a complete red carpet premiere. If I wanted to go to a red carpet premiere, this is what RE Films is bringing to you, the chance to be part of a red carpet premiere, to feel what it's like, that you see all the stars feel in the other premieres. They have made limited tickets available to this private event because they want to bring this home to all of us, and I thank our producers for that.
Awesome.
Be there, the entire cast and crew will be there, and you can take pictures with us. We also have an exclusive reception in the Empire State Building after the movie is done. The entire Empire Room is booked up just for Pyar Mein Kyun premiere guests.
So once they have their ticket, they can get into that after party as well?
Absolutely, it's part of it.